Our Republicans, when they lost the majority, what did they want? The only thing they wanted was to get that majority back. That's all they cared about. It was about power. And what did they do? They cut a deal with the devil himself, Pedro Espada. Well, he's about to be indicted. He stole $13 million from a charity that was supposed to provide health care for inner city people. And that's who the Republicans cut a deal with? And you wonder why we're losing elections in this state as Republicans? Each and every one of us sitting here today, you have ownership in this. I have the distinct honor of being disliked by the insiders on both sides of the aisle. I can promise you, the Republican insiders up in Albany, the Greek, we call him. Many of you may not even know who I'm talking about. His name's Dean Skelos. He is working tooth and nail to make sure that Greg Ball doesn't walk into that New York State Senate. Because they may get their togas out of sword. Because the reality is that once they got that majority up there, what did the Republicans do with Pedro Espada? They fought so hard to get that majority, they cut the deal with the devil. Did they pass comprehensive school tax reform? Did they pass term limits? Did they change the redistricting process? Did they freeze school taxes for seniors? Did they pass 287G to deport criminal illegal aliens in the state of New York? No, 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 and no. But what did they do? They cut a deal so their staffing allotment would go up by $8 million, and they hired 160 new employees. And they got all their old offices back because it wasn't about doing the right thing. It was about power. Now, folks, you can do one of two things tonight. You can either say that Greg Ball's a nut. You can say that Greg Ball is dangerous. You can say, you know what, that Greg Ball, he's a loose cannon. Or you can say that we know when Greg Ball shows up in that New York State Senate, he may not be liked, but he's going to be the most energetic, forceful, and independent voice that that legislature has ever seen. And if you know that in your heart, I need you as my foot soldier. If you know that in the fiber of your being, after seeing me get attacked for 4 years by both sides of the aisle, if you know that, I need you by my side for the next 4 months. Because we're going to be fighting both the Democratic entrenched interests and the Republican entrenched interests. But I have a game plan. We've done it before. The first one, we took out an incumbent, we won with 72% of the vote. The second one, we took out an intense smear campaign that spent nearly $1 million. We won that one with 75% of the vote. We have never been better situated than we are right now. And the more people that get into this primary for state senate, the better that we are. Okay? But this state senate election will decide a few things, and Dick Morris laid it out, but I want to make it crystal clear. If we lose this seat, we will not get back the majority. If we do not get back the majority in the state of New York, every single Republican or Republican-leaning congressional district will be etched out. And the state senate will go from having over 30 Republican seats probably to having 12. So all the issues, who cares about the Second Amendment? Raise your hand. Who would like to see school taxes frozen for seniors? Who cares about creating a more hospitable business environment to create jobs? Who would like to see comprehensive school tax reform? Wipe those out if we lose this seat. Repeal the MTA. The Democrat who's running for this seat, I'm going to tell you right now, and I need you to listen very clearly. The Democratic candidate in this seat is a tricky dude. And he will tell you exactly what you want to hear. He has run against candidates and he destroyed them. And he did that with misinformation and outright lies. Recently, this candidate showed up at a press conference in front of my office and said that I spent $38,000 on mail. My entire mail budget is like $33,000. But facts didn't matter. And there are local papers and even others that ran with the story. Actually saying, did Greg Ball commit fraud? If he can get that kind of story, and the difference between a $38,000 budget and several $100s is what the real story was. If he can get that kind of headlines, because he's that good, he's going to do it again and again and again. Ladies and gentlemen, we're in a knife fight. We are going to be victorious. It's going to require you standing by my side and taking on our own party in the primary and winning with a big number and then going on to victory in November. But it's not only about Greg Ball. I stand on your shoulders. I will stand in front of that camera on News 12. I will go to the editorial board interviews. I will go door to door. I'll be the most energetic, aggressive candidate you've ever had. But I simply cannot accomplish this without your support. So I'm eternally grateful. I thank you very, very much. And let's win. Jim, wake up.